Hey everybody, how you doing? It's number 4. Wanted to touch on a different subject today instead of doing the pack. You notice we're back in the trailer. I had a young guy wanted to go out on some trails and hikes with me, see some of the state parks that are around here. Like I said, he's a young guy, probably 20, somewhere in there, 20, 21. He had just started getting into this kind of stuff. Had him a decent pack, a small one, maybe 20 pounds. I don't even think it weighed that much, but he did have 2 liters of water with him. Good shape, he's used to it, used to physical stuff. The total trip was going to be about 5 miles round trip. Decent grade, nothing real crazy. We got started, like I said, 70 degrees, 65 degrees, somewhere in there. Everything was going fine. Not even about a mile in, I noticed he was starting to show kind of signs of heat stress. Asked him if he was all right. He said, yeah, he was fine. That he thought it was the altitude kind of messing with him because we're up pretty high, about 7,000 feet. We had just come off a shift, worked all night, and it was, like I said, coming off in the morning and trying to just catch a quick trail for heading to grabbing some dinner and going to bed. He said he had drank all night. Everything was going fine. He started feeling kind of dizzy. Anyway, so I stopped him. We sat around for a little bit, made sure he drank some water, gave him a little bit of protein and some carbs, hoping maybe it was just a sugar drop deal. Pretty soon he was not doing good at all. Super pale, nauseated. Then the anxiety kind of set in, and he went into a little bit of shock. And pretty much had to wind up calling the Rangers on the radio, and then we had to get him down about a mile down the trail on foot. And so ambulance came and everything, checked him out, but they pretty much see that it was a severe heat stress that kind of got to him. But what I kind of wanted to touch on today was, physical shape and being able to self-evaluate. This is a young kid, 20. Really good shape, works hard all the time, works a crazy schedule all the time, has the job just started, so he wasn't burning himself out. Just good shape. Took about 9 minutes of an unfamiliar place to put his body into more or less into shock, and could have got real bad. So our area, a lot of people try to say, it's like, well, it's a nice place, it's nothing like where, high in the mountains or crazy temperatures where you'll freeze to death or if you get caught in a freak storm. Our climate will suck the life out of you. I've been in my industry for a long time. I work outside for super long hours. There's nothing worse than South Alabama and Florida and all that. 85 degrees at night. It can get into the triple digits easy. In the sunshine, it feels like it's 200 degrees. Super high humidity. You almost cannot drink enough water to stay hydrated. Protein and carbs just fly out of you. Makes everything harder. Makes walking harder. Your clothes and stuff stick to you. It's just bad. I mean, everybody knows about it. We live in it. So, it's important to think that if we have an issue or something happens and we have to change our day-to-day life to where you go from not being inside all the time, or maybe you have to start walking a long distance or whatever it is, that you need to be able to know what you can do, because you can't just jump into this with both feet. You're not going to go and take that magical pack that you got put together that weighs 55, 60 pounds, throw it on your back and be able to walk wherever you want to go or do whatever you really need to do cold turkey. About 18 months ago, we did a quick project with another friend of mine, and I keep procrastinating, trying to get the video up. Our deal was, what happened if something happened and we had to walk to a certain location. On average, everybody, it's pretty safe to say you're 20 miles away. Me and my friend walked 23 miles, cold turkey, no prep, no nothing, just went. We both have active lifestyles in industrial construction, so we figured, why not? It'd be a good test bed. Had my pack, he had his. We started early in the morning, walked 23 miles from Foley, Alabama up to Stapleton, Alabama, and it wasn't a good thing. We paid for it for about 2 or 3 days afterwards, and it definitely takes some conditioning. You don't just jump into it. So I guess what I'm punching on today is, if everybody can pick something in your life, maybe park further away from Walmart, or do something else, or maybe start joining the gym, or do something to try to elevate your physical shape that you're in. Try to get some stamina, a little bit more workload, or acclimate better to outside, something like that to go along those terms, because it can happen to anybody. I've had heat stress before on the job site. It got pretty serious. It's no joke. It don't matter how awesome you are. I was running 5 miles a day at that time. Was in the gym a lot. It was in South Louisiana. It was 105 degrees that day, and I was on the steel all day long. And at the very end of the day, at 4 o'clock, my body just flipped the switch and said, "No, we're done." And so if everybody could take a look, self-assess, and try to pick something, that you can do just a little bit extra to help out. That way, you won't put a burden on someone else, safety-wise. Nobody wants to be on a family picnic or a hike, and then everybody have to shut down because we have an issue. So everybody be careful. Try to think about things. The guy's all right, by the way. He's fine now. But just something to look at. So everybody be careful today.